reverse. Celtics, of course, needing to get a good shot, and the Suns must stop them.
Ricky Sobers will be checking in. Silas goes down inside, so Hurd has to stay with him, and Towns missed, and Adams control.
They got a bad break on that bounce that time.
Adams almost traveled, got it off to Westfall. Oh, Westfall with back-to-back baskets has made it 92-87 right now. This is the noisiest Boston Garden crowd I have experienced this year. They have been somewhat complacent, but then Phoenix made a series of it, and the Boston fans can come alive like no fans in America. Havlicek took it from White inside to Dave Towns, who tried to go baseline past the White, and again the Suns had hands in the passing lane. A 5-point difference. You can see the clock on the scoreboard counting down inside at 2:30. Fans chanting defense in the Garden. Westfall has had the hot hand. Thought he had it, did not. Silas controls.
Here's the man that's so important to that Boston rebounding game, Paul Silas, along with Dave Towns.
You joined us late. John Havlicek started his first game of the championship series, and the Celtics exploded for 36 first-quarter points. Phoenix has been battling to catch up and go ahead ever since. Silas with a miss. They caught him in the third quarter, but they couldn't hold on. And Adams was out with those 5 fouls. Sobers went in the air and hit the basket. The crowd thought he was guilty of an offensive foul, swinging out that right elbow. It is 92-89, a 3-point game. 1 minute and 45 seconds to go in the Boston Garden. John McLeod and Al Bianchi are up. Tommy Heinsohn up for the Celtics. JoJo up. And Hurd controls, and the Phoenix Suns can pull to within 1 point.
We also must remember that Dallas has 5 fouls. Let's see if they go to work on him.
Adams with the ball, and the clock moves down on the right-hand side of your screen. Total time left here, regulation time of Game 5. Westfall had it knocked away on a penetration. Celtics come right back on the turnover. They lead Game 5 by 3 points in 1 minute and 15 and inside. Scott holding it up now. He has been a much calmer player. He had a long private talk with Red Auerbach. He has fouled out of every game until this one. JoJo White cuts to the basket, and Paul Silas put it down. 94-89. Now it's 5 points. Suns have a minute to work with. Westfall was coming down the baseline, and he was fouled. So they'll have it out on the side. 14 fouls against Boston, 3 against Phoenix. Westfall turnaround. 94-91, Phoenix alive with 52 seconds and a 3-point Boston lead. So that was a big basket by Westfall. Kept his team in it, and Westfall knocks it away. Came around behind Charlie Scott. Here's Paul back down the other way. Paul Westfall puts it in. And the basket came down to the floor and drew the foul. What a sequence by Paul Westfall.
Unbelievable. That is Charlie Scott committing the foul. Let's watch this play again. Paul Westfall, great defensive behind Charlie, knocks it away. Adams throws the long pass to Paul Westfall. He comes in, drives to the basket. There he goes. He drives up, and from behind, Charlie Scott caught him and knocked him down.
That's one of the greatest individual efforts I have ever seen in a basketball game, right there by Paul Westfall. I want to tell you. Don Nelson will throw the pass in. White, Silas, Towns, and Havlicek, and Phoenix is not yet in the penalty.
Right,
only 3 fouls against them.
They have 1, but I don't think they should take it right now. They still have a chance to play good defense and save it for the last few seconds if necessary.
What they come up with. JoJo White came out. Sobers on him. Clock starts down. Game is all tied. Adams fronts Collins. Nelson. They're watching for Collins inside. Perry had sloughed off. Here's White from the top of the circle. And it was Collins, and it was blocked by Garfield Hurd.
That's a foul.
There was
a foul is being called.
Outside.
And let's watch
Murphy's
the replay.
going over to see Richie Powers.
Replay here. Watch. There's Paul. There he is. Dave Collins shoves Garfield Hurd off without any question. Don Murphy made a good call. That Perry with the
is a gutsy call in the Boston Garden.
Well, you bet your life it's a gutsy call, but it was a call that had to be made, and the official was on top of it. The replay shows it.
Don Murphy called it from outside. Richie Powers was on top of it and couldn't see it as well as Don could.
This courtesy Curry's biggest free throw of his career.
Missed it, and it's a one-point game, and immediately Silas has got timeout with 22 seconds. An unbelievable turnaround here. The Celtics with 22 seconds. Clock will start when the ball is touched on the inbounds. Havlicek starts the clock. Van Arsdale's got him. Hondo up in the air. There was a whistle, and he was fouled. Now John Havlicek will come to the line with the Boston Celtics trailing by a point.
Let's watch the play again. John Havlicek comes off, gets the pass, dribbles to the basket, turns around in a tough shot. Alvin Adams reaches in, catches him on the left arm. Good call by the official.
And if I had to pick one man in all the world to shoot free throws with 19 seconds left, and I was down 95-94, you're looking at him.
And Phoenix has one timeout left. I'm sure they'll use it after this free throw.
I take offense to that, Brent.
Rick, you're not in this one. He missed it, but he's got it back with 17 seconds. They missed the free throw, and Hondo wants the ball. 12 seconds. We're tied in Boston. Cowens gave it up to Havlicek, and 8 seconds outside. Out. 5 seconds. It looks like we may have overtime, although timeout has been called. 3 seconds. The clock ticked down. They've got 3 seconds now.
That was definitely a mistake by the Boston Celtics. They had the ball back at a big break as Cowens tapped it out. They should have played for the ball to be in the air at the buzzer. They either win the game or they go into overtime.
Guard standing right in front of me here at the table. Jimmy Yard is on him. Won't start till it's touched. And Cowens is out there, and we've got overtime in the Boston Garden.
Nadie esperaba que Phoenix fuera a llegar tan lejos. Terminaron la temporada solo 2 partidos por debajo del 50%, pero luego sufrieron con los vigentes campeones, los Warriors, en la final de la Conferencia Oeste. Perdieron los 2 primeros partidos en Boston. Volveremos al quinto partido después de esta pausa.
Cinderellas came back to even the series. We'll get back to Game 5 right after this TV timeout.
Game really is a lot like jazz. You can take a jazz quintet and actually liken it to 5 people on a basketball court. The point guard would be like the piano player, because in most bands the piano is like the brain. Then you have the power forward, which is like the drummer. I think that small forward position, I'd have to give that to that tenor saxophone. But I think if I was a coach, I wouldn't put me in the game. I play a good anthem, man.
Al inicio del quinto partido se produjo una circunstancia que denotaba que el encuentro iba a convertirse en un clásico. Los Celtics se fueron con 22 puntos de ventaja al descanso y parecían tener encarrilado el partido, pero los Suns redujeron paulatinamente la diferencia y forzaron la prórroga. Eso era solo el comienzo. Los dos equipos estaban muertos después de acabar una. Volvamos al quinto partido para ver la segunda.
Phoenix trailing by a point. Curry took the pass from Sobers, and here's Autry with the shot clock going inside of 10 seconds. Sobers from deep in the left corner misses. Silas with another big rebound. Celtics with a long pass to JoJo White. Couldn't control it in time to cut to the hoop for an easy layup. They set up their offense, minute 5. Cowens went right straight up in the air. No basket, says Richie Powers. Offensive foul on David Cowens, his 6th foul.
Tommy Heinsohn went all the way off the court on that call.
Dave Cowens went high in the air and fouled out of this basketball game on a play that could have turned Game 5 in Phoenix's favor.
There we go. Let's take a look at it. There's the ball from JoJo going into Dave. Watch him get the ball, be triple teamed right here. Now let's watch the move. Autry still stationary, moves over.
It was there, Rick. It was there.
We got another angle on it. Let's watch the angle. Let's see if Autry's moving on the contact. He's there. Dave jumps, makes the contact. Richie Powers calls the offensive foul.
Oh, it was absolutely there.
What a turnaround that is. Instead of 109, 106, it's 107, 106. Toward 50 seconds. Suns with possession, trailing by a point. Collins and Adams have fouled out. We're in the second overtime in the Boston Garden. Havlicek went down, trying to draw the foul from Autry. Heinsohn furious, Hurd in the air, loose ball. Autry was backing into his man. He's going to commit his sixth foul. Autry's out of the game. He was backing in for rebounding position.
Bianchi and McLeod weren't happy with that call, but Dennis Autry had set some screen on John Havlicek just prior to picking up that other rebounding foul. And the emotion is really high here at Boston Garden. Let's take a look at the play again. Now watch the screen coming up by Autry on Havlicek. He stands right there. That looked like a pretty good screen. Havlicek just ran into the stationary man. But now Dennis Autry is going to be backing out on the shot. Well, we didn't run it far enough, but there's no question.
Here come the Celtics, and McLeod extremely upset right now. 107, 106 in 30 seconds. Celtics ahead by a point in this second overtime. JoJo White on the drive, put it down at 3 points at 19. Phoenix will have to call a timeout. This will be their second timeout, their final one here in the second overtime. Ball is over on this side. Garfield Hurd reminded the referee. Crowd chanting defense. Lumpkin, Westfall, and Van Arsdale on the floor. Van Arsdale with a quick shot. It's a one-point game again. Just what Rick predicted. Westfall to the corner. Back to Van Arsdale. Perry in the air. Won't go. Havlicek. Perry again. Perry with a jump shot. Put it down. Phoenix has gone ahead. We've got 5 seconds. I don't believe it. I don't believe what I just saw down here. 110 to 109. I got 5 seconds. That was incredible. Where did Westfall come from? Where did he come from?
Let's take it. Unbelievable what Paul Westphal does here. Here's the pass incoming out of Van Arsdale. He gets the ball. They don't elect to go inside. Now he makes a quick fake to the left. Silas is on him. No foul. They don't want to get it. The shot goes up, and it's in. Now the Celtics try and get it in quickly. Jim Hart throws it over. Look at Paul Silas. Great anticipation, by Westfall. Throws it back in. Van Arsdale. Perry misses. He's going to go hustle after it. He gets it back off of John Havlicek's hand. Still plenty of time to go. Pump fake, and the biggest basket of Curtis Perry's career right there.
An incredible turnaround here in the second overtime. Boston has 5 seconds left to make up that point.
Here's another angle on it. Look, there was Paul Westphal sneaking over, knocking out of Havlicek's hand. The shot by Perry again, no good. Off of John Havlicek, a tough break for the Celtics. The pump fake, John's up. Now a difficult shot from deep in the corner, nothing but net for Curtis Perry. The Celtics now faced with a situation where they have 5 seconds to try to win this basketball game.
So here they come. Nelson, Silas, Havlicek, Ard, and JoJo White against Westfall, Sobers, Van Arsdale, Perry, and Hurd. The final 5 seconds. Everybody on their feet here in the Boston Garden.
And everybody will be looking for JoJo White. You can bet on that. Let's see if they try and pull a little switch here and maybe go with Havlicek. But the only 2 good shooters right now, because Nelson's taking out of bounds, are White and Havlicek.
Collins, remember, is fouled out. So is Scott. Here come the Celtics. Clock will start when it's touched. Havlicek touches it. It begins. 3 seconds. Hondo off the glass. He's got it with a second. John Havlicek won it. It's over.
There's 2 seconds to go.
The Boston Celtics, but the clock should have run out. Or did it have 2? Everybody's on the floor.
In this basketball game, Brent. The ball went in with 2 seconds to go, and the clock has to stop on a made basket.
111, 110. Double overtime. It's going to take us a while to get this floor cleared off. Murphy told me there were 2 seconds. Believe me, we've got 2 seconds left in this basketball game. And Tommy Heinsohn is back. They know it right now. Everybody's aware. The players have been told, but the fans aren't aware in the Boston Garden. Westfall out there, pleading the Phoenix case with Powers.
They're going to call a timeout now. If they have a timeout left, they will call it.
Do they have one left, Mindy, or have they used both of them?
They not have any timeouts left. I would not be surprised now if they will call an extra timeout to gain the distance and have a technical foul assessed.
Let them shoot it.
Possibly score from down there.
That's exactly what they've done, Mindy. They have all timeouts, technical foul. The only chance they have is to get it at half court. And this way they have a chance to at least tie the game and send it into a third overtime.
Right, but they could never score from 94 feet. They may from half court.
111, 110. JoJo White can make it a 2-point basketball game. He does. Now the final second of play here in the Boston Garden. Phoenix will get some court position. They're huddling around Tommy Heinsohn. What about the foul they've got to give right now, Mindy?
They can give a foul. I don't think they will, Brent, because with 1 second to play, awfully difficult to get a good shot off. That clock will start as soon as it's inbounded and touches somebody.
There's Heinsohn directing the Celtics. Suns are over huddling with John McLeod. This has been one of the more incredible evenings in the history of championship play in the NBA. Leading by 22 points, the Boston Celtics found themselves tied once and then twice. And now we come to the end of the second overtime with a couple of the most incredible turnarounds I have ever seen. It is John Havlicek who put the Celtics ahead. Then the Suns took the technical to get court position. Curtis Perry wanted somebody to stand back. Won't start until it's touched. They'll have to throw it up. Garherd, turnaround, shot in the air. It's good. It's tied again. I don't believe it. Garfield heard at the buzzer. Threw one in outside. We've got a third overtime in a Boston Garden. It's 112-112.
Garfield acalló al público que abarrotaba el Boston Garden y llevó a Phoenix a la tercera prórroga, algo que nunca hubiera ocurrido si Paul Westphal hubiera pedido un tiempo muerto y hubiese llevado el balón al medio del campo. Gar nunca había sido un gran tirador, pero ese lanzamiento le llevó a la fama, al protagonizar uno de los momentos más históricos de la NBA.
Won't
start till it's touched. They'll have to throw it up. Garherd, turnaround, shot in the air. It's good. It's tied again. I don't believe it.
Fue como un milagro. Una vez que ocurrió, yo estaba aturdido. Estuve aturdido hasta el día siguiente.
¿Pasó por tu cabeza que ese tío hiciese ese lanzamiento?
La tercera prórroga, probablemente el acontecimiento deportivo más importante que yo recuerdo. De lo que más me acuerdo es de JoJo White durante ese partido de baloncesto. Tenemos una fotografía famosa de JoJo hundido, sentado sobre la cancha, no teníamos nada más que dar.
JoJo White dijo que hubo varias cosas diferentes cuando pensó que el partido había acabado. Los Suns volvieron a la carga. Fue la primera vez que hubo 3 prórrogas en un partido en la historia de las finales. Jugadores y entrenadores de ambos equipos estaban física y emocionalmente destrozados. Fue una guerra de desgaste para los jugadores que estaban siendo eliminados en esa tercera prórroga. Volvemos a la acción a la conclusión del quinto partido.
122-118. And here in the Boston Garden, there are 12 flags representing 12 different championships. And in this series, they're going for their 13th in the last 20 years.
The Phoenix Suns came back in the last overtime from situations just like this with a little over a minute to go. If they come down, score a basket, they still have plenty of time to be able to come back and get another one. The Celtics then would be forced into a situation where they must go down and score. So let's see if the Phoenix Suns can rise to the occasion one more time, or if the Celtic defense will rise to the occasion.
Glenn McDonald will pick up Dick Van Arsdale. JoJo White has Ricky Sobers. John Havlicek has Paul Westphal. Don Nelson has Curtis Perry, and Jimmy Yard has Gar Hurd right now. It's Tommy Heintz's defense. Westphal, turn around, win air, 122, 120. Would you believe it? I don't believe the shots that have gone into this basketball game.
You're seeing them, but they're still hard to believe.
59 seconds. Hondo off to JoJo. Left side, down, 4 again. What's that? 33 for JoJo. Now it's 4 points in 54 seconds, 124 to 120.
They still have plenty of time if they can score a basket here.
Here's Dick Van Arsdale up in the air. Battle Glenn McDonald. He's had a big rebound knocked away from him and out of bounds.
Foul, Brent, foul.
Was a foul on the play. Glenn McDonald had control, and I'll tell you, he's come off the bench and played himself a basketball game.
JoJo White is so tired. He is backcourt at the three-quarter line, near half court, sitting down. He is, look at him sitting there. He is so tired. He has played some basketball game, and he's trying to catch a blow right here.
33 points for that man.
And White has scored 15 points in the last 3 overtimes. There's the shot by Van Arsdale. It goes off the board. McDonald up high to snatch the rebound. He'll put it on the floor. Perry will reach in. Right there, they call a foul. And it's a 2-shot foul in the backcourt.
It is an absolute pity that either of these teams has to lose this game. It has been that kind of contest. The Celtics are in command, 126 to 120. The crowd already thought it was over once. Here's Ricky Sobers now, trailing by 6 inside, make it 4 now. It's 126-122. Westphal directs the defense, pressure coming. Celtics working against it, and Nelson called the timeout. Inbounds pass to Havlicek. And there was a whistle away from that throw.
And the strategy by John McLeod was to commit a foul the moment you couldn't get the steal on the inbounds pass. They're taking a gamble that Jim Ard, who is not the best free throw shooter, will miss his opportunities at the foul line, enabling the Suns to get possession of the ball without using up too much time on the clock.
How many folks do you think have left the Boston Garden? 1, 2?
Only those that were called out in emergencies.
It is still jammed to the rafters.
Murphy wanted to double check to make sure they were in the penalty situation. He wanted to be certain there were no mistakes made.
It's 127-122.
That's got one door on that barn closed where the Boston Celtics have stored all that hay for this game, Brent. This could put the nail in it.
There it is, 128-122. 6 points, 29 seconds. I think Phoenix is about run out of miracles, and just when I say that, somebody throws up an unbelievable shot.
Paul Westphal with an incredible shot.
25 seconds.
A little bit too late, though, I think, Brent.
Look at the fans around the Boston Garden. They thought it was over a long time ago. That's 23 points for Paul Westphal. Clock down to 21 seconds. It's a 4-point lead, and McDonald lost it. 17 seconds. Sobers has got Westphal open. It's 2 points again, and 12 seconds. Here is Glenn McDonald. 2-point basketball game. Nelson gives it to Ard. Westfall's got a hand on it. Ard goes back. 5 seconds. White, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's going to be all over. And look at the fans here in the Boston Garden. They battled 3 overtimes. And finally it's over. But would you believe the end of that 3rd overtime?
Boston sobrevivió a un partido larguísimo. Su entrenador, Tommy Heinsohn, estaba exhausto y pálido en el vestuario, pero ya estaba preparado para el 6º partido con el objetivo de derrotar a los Suns y lograr el título. Hubo una gran batalla en las 3 prórrogas de aquel partido, lo que tiene también relación con Phoenix. Fue en 1993 cuando derrotaron a los Bulls en el 3er partido. Lo que nunca se sabe es quién va a ser la estrella de las finales. Seguiremos hablando de ello cuando volvamos.
More about that when we return.
I am part of a new revolution. I am glamorous. So what? I
I am always looking ahead, never behind.
I am not afraid to lose, but I don't like it.
I am not as sweet as you think I am.
I am on a journey, but I am not alone.
En las finales de la NBA generalmente han sido las grandes estrellas las que han ofrecido grandes momentos, pero algunas veces es el jugador que menos te esperas el que de repente sale al centro del escenario. Ocurrió, por ejemplo, con Steve Kerr. Las finales han generado un sinfín de héroes inesperados. De vuelta a la gran final de 1976, nos encontramos con un desconocido Glenn McDonald que anotó 6 puntos en la tercera prórroga, ayudando a Boston a lograr la victoria. A su carrera le faltaban 9 partidos. La siguiente temporada estaría fuera de circulación. En el equipo de Bell, Paris, se encontraban Gerald Henderson, que salvó el día para los Celtics en las finales del 84. Robó un intento de contraataque de James Worthy y dejó una bandeja que llevó el partido a la prórroga. Boston ganaría el partido y las series. El siguiente año fue el turno de Scott Wedman. Estableció un récord final al encestar 11 de 11. Los Celtics golpearon a los Lakers en lo que se denominó el Día de la Masacre. Sin embargo, Los Ángeles volvieron a ganar las series. En 1990, Vinnie Johnson tuvo su momento. Su lanzamiento en suspensión desde 5 metros dejó a los Pistons a una victoria sobre los Blazers en el quinto partido en su camino para lograr el segundo título consecutivo. En el 99 los Spurs estaban liderados por las Torres Gemelas, pero fue el jugador más pequeño el que se convirtió en el héroe. En el quinto partido, un lanzamiento de Avery Johnson en suspensión dio a San Antonio su primer campeonato. Algunos jugadores recuerdan cuáles fueron sus momentos favoritos.
Cuando Karim se lesionó y Magic tuvo que jugar de pívot.
Jugando las finales de la NBA hubo un momento especialmente emocionante para mí. Fue jugando contra Michael Jordan. Estuve defendiéndole y tuvimos la oportunidad de morder a Chicago. Es un material para guardar en cintas. Fue un gran recuerdo para mí.
Phoenix jugó con Chicago en las finales. Recuerdo el último lanzamiento del partido cuando tiró Paxson. Y eso envió a Phoenix lejos.
Probablemente el Lakers Celtic cuando Magic anotó un gancho desde la bombilla.
Mi recuerdo más memorable fue del 88. Isaiah se torció su tobillo contra los Lakers. Estuvo anotando como nunca lo había hecho antes. Vi a Isaiah haciéndolo con una pierna. No puede haber nada mejor que eso.
Eso fue increíble. Y con el tobillo malo, Isaiah estableció un récord anotando 25 puntos en el tercer cuarto, él solo. Si tú tienes tus propios recuerdos sobre las finales, puedes compartirlo con nosotros a través de nba.com. Nos encontrarás en la sección programas de televisión. De vuelta con más Vintage en un momento. Quédate con nosotros.
Once you finally got the ring, everything changes.
12 guys on both teams understanding what it takes to win.
To be able to play against the best, because the best always brought the best out of you.
Every minute that I played for the Celtics was a joy to me.
Nobody in the world does this better than you, so show that.
Cuando dos equipos luchan por el campeonato, los resultados generalmente son espectaculares y, como hemos visto en las finales de la NBA, han generado acontecimientos dramáticos y emocionantes. Un programa donde los equipos han podido mostrar los acontecimientos que vivirán siempre en la historia de la NBA. Somos también historia. Este es nuestro último espectáculo, por lo menos del año. Gracias a todos por acompañarnos durante toda la temporada. Soy Robin Roberts y nos encontraremos aquí el próximo año. Hasta entonces, tomarlo con calma.
Take it easy.
We're going to take our friends and fans on a trip into Dreamland, Magic and Michaels. Here he comes. Doctor looks for daylight. Eddie Johnson with 1 second to go. He's got it. Good!